telling them that Collinsville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a Kahok. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1-2, but we're number one. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapest crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now we're good with report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, sophomores,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening, everyone, and welcome to East St. Louis High School here in downtown East St. Louis. We are in the shadows, well, we would be if the sun was setting right now, of the Gateway Arch. I mean, it is like right down the street. You pull out of this place and the arch is staring you right in the face. I am Todd Duke. Chris Keller is going to be along here in just a moment on the other microphone. He'll be operating the camera here as we bring you two games tonight. This is almost like a flashback of February of 2021 when all the games that we did last year were done without fans for the first month at least until they finally started allowing some fans in. But here at East St. Louis, they do not even have school right now. They are going to come back to school next week, and at that point they will start allowing fans back in the gymnasium as well. But that is not the case this week, so we are here to bring you not only the junior varsity game, but the varsity game as your Collinsville Kahawks get ready to take on the East St. Louis Flyers. Again, my name is Todd Duke. Glad that you're with us and glad that we could be here for you. I know a lot of parents out there of these young ladies on the floor can't make it tonight to watch their kids play, so this is the other alternative, and we're glad that we could help you out. All right, well, you know, it is really hard to find information about East St. Louis varsity side. Forget about trying to find information on the East St. Louis JV side and JV basketball for that matter in general, because online there's not a lot of stats kept. There's not a lot of information kept on junior varsity games in high school basketball or any high school sport for that matter. So we are working on limited knowledge. I do have a roster. Hopefully the East St. Louis roster is right when it comes to the numbers on the backs of the jerseys, and they'll match up with the names. We'll find out as we go along. That's always a exciting endeavor as well. But we have rosters. We got some names to go along with those rosters. I got some heights. I got some years that they're in school, and we're about ready to go here. Both of these teams just finishing up their practices, and we will be ready to go here in just a moment. Not the traditional pregame show. We're going to come on here. We are going to interview Ricky Merlack at halftime of this junior varsity game. The plan was to interview her before the varsity game, but since we're doing both games, we just don't have enough time to do that and play it back for you and everything, because after the JV game ends, we're going to have to take a 5-minute break so we can get something to drink and visit the facilities and all that good stuff. So Ricky Merlack will join us at halftime of the junior varsity game, and then head coach Colin Moore of the varsity Kahawks will join us in the post-game show after the varsity game. So we got a couple of interviews coming up for you since we don't have a traditional pre- or post-game shows for these contests. So that's where we stand right now. We are going to take a break as they announce the starting lineups here and play the national anthem. And when they do that, we will come back and we'll have some JV basketball action for you as your Collinsville Lady Kahawks get ready to take on the JV team from East St. Louis. We're back in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahawk sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahawk sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahawkSports.com and the Kahawk Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahawk Sports Network and KahawkSports.com.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
And we welcome you back to East St. Louis. We are underway. First quarter action just getting underway. East St. Louis against Collinsville. East St. Louis, the home team in the white uniforms there. Trimmed in a little blue and orange, and they have orange numbers on the backs and the fronts and the word Flyerettes over the fronts of their jerseys. Collinsville, the road team, they're in the all-purple uniforms, trimmed in white, numbers in white, and they have the word Kahawks written across the fronts of their jerseys. Again, my name is Todd Duke. Chris Keller on the other microphone. How are you, sir?
Doing all right.
There's a three-point shot. That one's missed. I got one lady out there for East St. Louis that I do not have a number for, and the music and the sound of the jet engines going overhead that they play here was so loud I couldn't understand the name. So I do not have a name for number 35. I got a 35 on the varsity list. That's Kamaya Pitts, but I'm not sure if that's the same one or not. At any rate, Collinsville with the ball after a miss on a three-point try by East St. Louis, and the Kahawks trying to score first. Here's Carson Mode. She takes it off the other side of the basket, and there is Sanaa Harris with the rebound for Collinsville. Back to Lily Carlisle it goes. Lily breaks her way forward over here on the right wing and turns and heads the other direction. Back out front now to Harris. Harris back over to Carlisle, and Carlisle has the ball poked away from her into the backcourt. It's a race for it, and it's going to end up out of bounds. And anybody want to point to the direction it's going to go? Anyone? Anyone? Okay.
Finally get it here, east side ball.
Three referees on the floor. Not one of them pointed which direction we were going to go with the ball. So it's a turnover for Collinsville. Another three-point shot for East St. Louis. That one misses as well. And a scramble for the ball, and it is picked up finally by Asia Stringer. Stringer gets the ball out front, and there's my number 35. I'm not sure if they announce basket scorers at JV games or not. I hope so, because then I'll be able to find out her number. Here is Rabashevsky. Rabashevsky has her pass that was intended for Carlisle blocked, and East St. Louis is back on the move again. Here is Wilborn. Wilborn off the high glass, can't get it to go. Carson Mode pulls down the rebound for Collinsville. Here comes Carson into the paint, bounce pass to Lily Carlisle, and she was bumped, but no call on the play, and there was definite body contact there because she went up for a shot and got smacked in the process.
Good job, Carlisle, being there. Mode was looking to drive in. Defender came in up underneath, and she was able to dish it off to Carlisle.
There's Rabashevsky for 3 from the corner on the far side. No good. And the rebound belongs to East St. Louis. Flyers come back the other way, and we will have our first points of this game. That by Ariana Witt. So no announcement by... Oh, there we go. Well, maybe if number 35 scores, I can hear. Here is Carson Mode for 3. That one rattles twice off of the rim and won't fall in. And the rebound again belongs to East St. Louis. Flyers bring it up, and then they turn it over. That's the first turnover for East St. Louis here in this first quarter.
Could have had 2 on none breakaway, just too fast for themselves. Threw the ball away.
So 2-0 Flyers here early on. Here is young Miss Carlisle, freshman for Collinsville. Lily Carlisle, Sanaa Harris, Emma Rabashevsky, Carson Mode, and Ellie Reinhardt are the starting 5 for the Kahawks, and as Collinsville turns the ball over for the 3rd time here in the early going.
They had started play here as Eastside was about to bring in a sub, and they're going to stop and let him get the sub in.
That's Amaya James, who is coming in for my phantom number 35, so I guess we'll wait a little longer to find out who she is. And they do not announce the new player coming in. So East St. Louis with the lead and the ball, and they bring it up. And at the top of the key, over onto the far side wing in front of the Kahawks bench to James, and that's picked off by Carson Mode. Second turnover for East St. Louis. Mode gets the ball up to Harris. Harris comes up the near sideline, throws one to Reinhardt. Reinhardt makes a nice move, takes the shot, count the bucket and the bruise. Collinsville's on the board.
Great move to stay with it. Head toward the basket. Gets the foul and the bucket.
5:03 left to play here in this opening quarter of this JV game. And Reinhardt at the free throw line. No stats for the JV side of things, so I can't tell you what she's done from the free throw line as far as the JV side is concerned, but I can tell you she was 3 of 8 in the varsity side. But now 0 for 1, and we're still tied at 2, and we're under 5 minutes to go here in this opening quarter. Here is Witt. Witt with a pass over to James in front of the Kahawk bench. Back out front now for Wilborn. Wilborn back over to James, and James and Wilborn will play catch for a while. Now they'll get Hayden involved, and a dribble drive on the baseline, no good, and the ball knocked away. And each team now with 3 turnovers. Collinsville brings it up. Here's Rabashevsky in the corner, around to Carlisle. Carlisle into the paint, bounces it to Reinhardt. Reinhardt uses that body, takes the ball across the rim, though. Wouldn't fall in on its way across from one side to the other. And here is a court-wide pass that ended up in a shot, but no good, and a foul underneath. And that'll end up sending Asia Stringer to the free throw line.
Kahawks pretty much ended up bailing her out. She was right under the basket. When she threw up the shot, it hit the net from underneath.
Sanaa Harris, guilty of the first infraction of this game. Each team now with 1 foul. And a miss by Stringer. Foul on the other side was a foul by Anisha Hayden. So Harris to the bench, and in her place is Maddie Lurch. Another shot coming up here for Stringer after missing the first one. Nothing like a quiet gym, huh?
Well, East St. Louis, the only one not allowing any fans
I know.
in any form. Some
They will start next week.
East St. Louis will?
Yeah, they're back in school in person next week, so they were going to open up the gym, too. There's a nice three-point shot by Maddie Lurch.
News to me. I hadn't heard that one yet.
Yeah, I heard they are coming back in person on the 4th of February, I believe, so in the middle of next week. Collinsville up 5-2. Well, this is going to be our last trip to East St. Louis anyway. We've already came here for a boys' game and now a girls' game, so it doesn't matter to myself or for you what East St. Louis does from here on out, but yeah, that's what I heard. I saw the announcement that they're going to allow in-person learning again, so I would assume they're going to open the gym back up. That's just an assumption on my part. I never heard anything solid. Here is Reinhardt after a nice pass from Carson Mode. Outside to Rabashevsky. Rabashevsky drives baseline. She's fouled as she was passing the ball, trying to feed Reinhardt in the paint. And I guess they're going to say that was a shooting motion. Looks like she was trying to pass to me, but we'll take it. And this foul belongs to James. At the free throw line, Rabashevsky. Emma on the year in the varsity side has just taken 4 shots from the free throw line and hit 1, and she's on the board here. Two fouls on the board for East St. Louis, 1 on the board for Collinsville, and 1 more shot coming for Emma Rabashevsky. Cahoks come into this game, JV Cahoks, by the way, with a record of 8-7 on the year. And now we're going to have a foul on the other side, and this one's going to go against Reinhardt on the rebound. Must have made some body contact. I didn't see it from here, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. 3:25 left to play here in this opening quarter, 6-2 in favor of Collinsville. Each team now with a couple of fouls, and over onto the far side the pass goes back over here for Wilborn. Wilborn in the slot right on the wing of the airplane. There's the Flyers logo. And then back out onto the wing for Wilborn. Wilborn almost had that pass picked off by Rabashevsky. And now they'll bring it back over to this side for Stringer at the free throw line. A dribble drive by our number 35, but she lost the ball. And then she picks it up off the ground, gives to Stringer, and now she's on the ground with it once again. And East St. Louis having a hard time holding on to the rock right now. Here is James. All the way back at midcourt, she travels. 4th turnover for East St. Louis. 2:49 left to play here in this opening quarter. 6-2 in favor of Collinsville. Here is Lily Carlisle. Carlisle over to Lurch. Lurch back out to Rabashevsky. Rabashevsky dribbles and drives and kicks it out to Carlisle. Carlisle cuts right by the free throw line, gives it up to Mode, who gives it up for Lurch. And Lurch gets bumped off the ball, and that bump caused her to step out of bounds. And now each team with 4 turnovers here in this first quarter.
Canucks really never gotten any offense there. Just passes weren't that crisp. They spent most of the time chasing the ball around.
So back to the Flyers it goes, and James with a pass over to Wilborn. Wilborn right-hand dribble and gives it up to 35, and over onto the far side wing for James. Back out onto the right wing, now onto the left wing. Here's a shot by Wilborn from the three-point land, and that is just 2 points, they say.
Yeah, it was high off the glass, too. Banked it in.
It sure did. 6-4. Collinsville with the 2-point lead. Here is Mode up inside to Reinhardt. She gets bumped from behind, no call. Shot wouldn't fall, and the ball on the ground, and it's going to stay with Collinsville after it bounces off of an East St. Louis Flyer shoe.
A little bit of a better possession for the Cahoks. We're working inside, just weren't able to finish just yet. They maintained the possession.
Anisha Hayden checks back in for East St. Louis. Collinsville with the ball. Here is Lurch, a dribble drive and a bounce pass to Carlisle, who throws it over onto the left wing for Mode, and Mode will hand it off back to Lurch, and she'll try a 3-point shot from the wing. That one rolls across the rim and off the board. Rebound belongs to East St. Louis. Flyers bring it back up, and now that ball ends up going out of bounds.
Like she was trying to lead one of the other Flyer players up the court, throw the ball to her, and then just kind of didn't throw it that well and went it off her arm.
Craig Hall checks into the game. She helped us out with the camera the other night when we were doing the game at Belleville West. And the Flyers with the ball, and now they do not have the ball. 5th turnover for East St. Louis. 1:31 left to play here in this first quarter. 6-4 in favor of Collinsville. Very low scoring and a sluggish start for both teams here. Here comes Lily Carlisle, the 5'3" freshman, gives it up now to Emma Rabashevsky. Rabashevsky underhands the ball to Lurch. Lurch comes from the left wing out to the top of the key, where she gives the ball up to Carson Mode. Back over to Carlisle here on the right wing. Bounce pass into the paint. Reinhardt can't control it, and it's picked off. And now each team with 5 turnovers. And off the glass, and it will not fall in. And the rebound belongs to East St. Louis. Turnaround, shot taken. No good by Stringer. And the next rebound belongs to Collinsville. Here comes Carlisle. Lily with a pass all the way over to Lurch, baseline. She gets out of there and bounces it back over to Rabashevsky. Rabashevsky over to the top of the key and throws it over the head of Carlisle. And the 6th turnover for Collinsville.
Carlisle had room to run baseline there, get a lane to the basket. just couldn't complete the pass.
Yeah, she was wide open, but Mo just threw it right over her head. 5'3", you can't be throwing the ball that high. I know, I'm only 5'6", so yeah, I speak from experience. East St. Louis back at it over here on the left wing. That is Wilborn, and Wilborn inside now to Stringer. She drives baseline. Loose ball picked up by Collinsville. And here is Lily Carlisle, comes to the basket, and she's fouled. And Amaya James will pick up her second foul, and Lily Carlisle will head to the free throw line. Carlisle looking for her first points. Shot on the way, high rainbow shot, hits the fat part of the iron and comes back down. Lily, of course, is the younger sister of Logan, varsity boys basketball player. Graduated, what, last year? Last year.
I
I
think
think,
the
no.
2020
yeah,
team.
2020
Ray
team,
Ray
yeah.
Sean.
2 years ago. Already been 2 years, yeah, that's right. Missed on the second one. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. And here is Lurch. And kicks it outside to Mode. And back to Reinhardt. Back to Lurch for three from the corner. That one rattles and swings all the way around, man. I tell you what, that was a strange-looking basket, but it went. And that's the second three-pointer. We're down to the final 5 seconds in this first quarter. Over on East St. Louis side, 9-4, Collinsville has the lead. East St. Louis better hurry up. At the buzzer, a big three-pointer. And that
Tough
was
one to give up at the buzzer.
Yeah, made by Ariana Witt. So that's a big three-point bucket right at the end of the buzzer for a 2-point lead for Collinsville. We'll take a timeout, and we're back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
Todd Duke, Chris Keller back with you. Quarter number 2 is here. 9-7 after 1 quarter of play. Collinsville with the 2-point lead after a big 3-point bucket at the buzzer by Ariana Witt for East St. Louis. And here is Sanaa Harris trying for 3 to answer that one right back, and that's a miss. And the rebound belongs to East St. Louis, but not anymore as they turn the ball over again to the Flyers. Out front we go, and here is a dribble drive. And underneath the basket, no room to move there for Jay Ortiz. And now Collinsville has a number I don't recognize. Who's 34? Is that? Normally,
No.
is that Peyton Plummer? I think so.
We need to check
Normally she's 21.
We need to check the freshman roster.
Yeah, probably. Well, I got the 3 freshmen that he brought with him because the freshman game got canceled. Dee Dee Spears, Zoe Hall, and Zariah Boykin off the freshman team are here. If they play, we'll see. Another turnover by East St. Louis. And I do believe that's Plummer. I'm looking on the bench and see if I don't know. I think so. At any rate, here's a 3-point shot. That one rolls off the rim, and there is Harris with the rebound for Collinsville. Kahawks reset, and Plummer gets it over to Carlisle, and Carlisle with a 2-point shot from the wing is good. And Lily is on the board for the first time.
They give her 3 on that one.
Did they? All right, we'll give her 3. I'll give her 3.
3, good basket.
Well,
Now Flyers
wrong
turn it over.
12-7.
We might be able to get 35's name now if he announces his foul.
Maybe. Okay, so it is Kamaya Pitts.
Maya Pitts.
She's not on the JV roster as number 35. She's on there as number 25, but on the varsity roster, she wears number 35. All right, now that we got that straight. And Flyers bring it back down. And onto the wing it goes for Wilborn. Over onto the far side for Stringer. Back over here for Wilborn for 3 from the wing. And that one just a little short, bounces across the rim. And Collinsville with the rebound, but they throw it away.
Nice rebound, brings the ball down, just looking for the guard so she can bring the ball up, and too hard of a pass.
Yeah, Ortiz trying to find Harris with that pass. Now the ball comes all the way back out to midcourt on top of the Flyers logo. Back over here onto the wing for James. Inside for Pitts, and Pitts gets her first points of this game with a little 2-point shot from about 6 feet out. And it's a 12-9 contest. We have 6 minutes to play here in this first half. Here is Carlisle. Carlisle over for Harris. Back to Lilly, 3-pointer from the top of the key. Rattles but won't stay in. And the rebound belongs to Ortiz. Ortiz is fouled on the way up with that one, so she will head to the free throw line. Blues playing tonight, playing at home against Calgary, trying to forget about that 7-1 loss at Calgary earlier in the week, and they should be well rested, I would think.
Monday night didn't do too well. 7-1.
No. After they scored their 5th when I stopped watching. Here's a shot by Ortiz. I usually don't stop watching, but I could tell it was just not going to be good.
I got in and it was 4-1. I was like, let's see if they can do something here. Maybe make something of the third period.
It's not Ortiz, by the way. This is Craig Hall. Hall made one, shoots the second one. And off the fat part of the iron and back down for Pitts on the rebound.
And they just throw it away.
They just throw it away, yeah. Each team is...
Guard needs to just go up and get the ball from her. They're so far apart. You're going to leave it to chance like that for her to get the pass. The guard needs to do her job and just go get the ball. It's a simple thing.
Each team has turned the ball over quite a bunch here in this first half. Here is a 3-point try by Lurch. That's no good. Matter of fact, it missed everything and came down into the arms of East St. Louis. But again, East St. Louis having a hard time holding on to the ball. And then over on the far side, Wilborn parks and does a U-turn right in front of the Kahok bench. Gets it out to midcourt for James. James almost lost control of the ball. Underhand pass and finds Stringer. Stringer with a right-hand dribble across the logo at midcourt. Now over onto the wing for James. She'll take a 3-point shot from there. That one, it looked off the mark when it left her hands. Looked well wide left, but it hit the backboard at just the right spot. And goes in for 3. Collinsville throws the ball away again. 1-point lead for the Kahawks. They turn the ball over for the 10th time. East St. Louis has turned the ball over 9 times. And now Collinsville just leads by 1 with 4:43 left to play here in this second quarter. Foul against Collinsville, and that one is going to go against Ellie Reinhart. That'll be her second and the team's third. At the free throw line, a miss by James. So James can make this last free throw shot. Will be knotted at 13. And she cannot connect on either one of them. Collinsville pulls down the rebound. Kahawks bring it up. Here is Maddie Lurch. Over on the far side to Rabashevsky. A bounce pass into the perimeter for Mode. Free throw line for Reinhart. She takes off, gets fouled, no call, but the ball falls in anyway. Looked like she got tugged on her way to the basket because her forward momentum stopped.
A bit of a lane, tried to split the two defenders. They tried to hold her up, didn't get called for the foul.
Here is Pitts at the free throw line, no good. Carson Mode knocks it out of bounds, trying to go up for the rebound. And it'll be East St. Louis ball as Craig Hall checks back into the game. Reinhart to the bench.
Had to get her out with the 2 fouls. We'll get a third before the half.
Inbound pass from East St. Louis. Taken by Stringer, and a shot missed, and the rebound belongs to the Flyers as well. They'll bring it all the way back around. Here's James over on the far side wing. Wilborn for 3. That one swoops right out. And then the ball bounces off of an East St. Louis player and right down into the hands of Lurch. Here's Rabashewski. Emma gives the ball up over on the far side wing. And another turnover by Collinsville. We'll give it right back to East St. Louis, and the Flyers will give it right back to the Collinsville Jayhawks. That's kind of the way this first half has gone. Each team going back and forth with these turnovers.
Turnover. Who's winning, points or
Why do
turnovers?
I don't have a 32 on our team either. What's going on? I expect this from other teams, but I don't expect to not have players from my own team on here. Here is Rabashewski. Rabashewski off the rim, no good, and the rebound. Craig hauls it in after a couple of bounces. Gets it up to Stringer. Stringer into the paint. She's fouled, and that's going to be against Craig Hall. That'll be her first, team fourth, and it comes with 3:15 left to play here in this second quarter.
I believe it's players they might have brought up from the freshmen since there wasn't a game.
Could be, but I went down and talked to Adam Blair, and he gave me the 3 freshmen and their numbers and their names, and I don't have a 32. He gave me a 33, a 30, and a 41. Second try coming up here for Stringer. She missed the first one. She's now 0 for 3 from the free throw line here in the early part of this game. And another one, and that one will fall through. Adam Blair, the coach of the Collinsville Jayhawks JV team. Maurice Scott is the head coach of the JV East St. Louis team. Here is Harris at the free throw line. She'll take a shot and miss the basket, but she hits the backboard, and then it comes right down into the hands of Pitts. Pitts will throw it over to James, and James will work it up court with 3 minutes to go here in this first half. Onto the wing, Wilborn travels. Each team with 11 turnovers here in this first half. That is 22 turnovers, and we still have just under 3 minutes to go here in the first half.
Points are barely winning.
Yeah.
11 turnovers, and teams have 13 and 15 points.
22 total turnovers, 28 total points. Rabashewski dribbles her way into the perimeter and gets the ball over to Craig, and Craig gets tripped up, and we're going to have the third foul on Amaya James.
Next one will send the Jayhawks to the line.
Yeah, team's 6th. Inbound pass will come in front of the Flyers bench by Rabashewski. And Rabashewski will throw it into Carlisle right in front of the scorer's table. Carlisle gives it back up now for Harris. So now Harris roams around from the left side to the right wing and hands it off to Carlisle. Carlisle looking for some room, none there. Harris will take it, thought about the 3 from the corner. Instead gives it up to Carlisle, who I don't even know who she was passing it for because that was way in front of Reinhardt. Off the glass for Pitts, no good. And Collinsville snags another rebound. They're out rebounding East St. Louis right now, 12-9. And here's Carlisle. She gets tripped up and pushes the ball on the floor. Nicely done. And then we have a foul on a reach-in just when Rabashewski was trying to come up the baseline. I guess they're going to call this one against Collinsville, or did somebody call a timeout?
The ball was loose.
We called a timeout.
Blair called timeout.
That's what it is.
Before it went to Rabashewski when Carlisle fell on the ball.
All right, so a 30-second timeout. We'll be back in just about that time right here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Todd Duke, Chris Keller back with you from East St. Louis High School. It is 15-13 in favor of Collinsville, and we have 2:05 left to play here in this first half. Collinsville turns the ball over again, and East St. Louis trying to take advantage of it. Here is Witt. Witt will hand the ball off on a pass to Stringer, and Stringer across the way here for Wilborn. Wilborn back over to Stringer. Stringer tries to push one into the paint, but too many Jayhawks were there, and it's picked off And the Kahawks bring it back up. Into the corner it goes for Sanaya Harris. Sanaya Harris, and her ball got blocked out to the front for Carlisle. Carlisle will then give the ball up to Rabashevsky. Rabashevsky in the paint, bounces it on the outside. There's a shot taken there by Zoe Hall, the younger sister of Craig Hall. No good. Rebound belongs to the East St. Louis Flyers. They'll give it up over here to Wilborn on the wing. She'll launch a three-pointer from there. That one's just a little bit short. Rebound put back up and in. I believe that's Witt, and it is. So we are tied at 15. 1:05 left to play. Here is Rabashevsky, cuts through the paint, takes the shot, and sinks it. Rabashevsky, her first 2-point field goal this game, gives Collinsville back their 2-point lead as we have 50 seconds left to play here in this first half. Flyers bring the ball up. On the wing for Wilborn. She'll launch another 3-point shot, and sooner or later, if you leave her wide open enough, she's going to hit one of those, and that's her first 3-pointer of this game, and that's the first lead of the game for East St. Louis. 18-17, 1-point contest. Here's Rabashevsky. Rabashevsky cuts across the free throw area and gives it up to Harris. Harris with a wide open lane, and that was probably the easiest basket Sanaa Harris will ever have.
Just swung it around there to the other side. None of the defenders really went with her. Got around the corner and in.
Yeah, kind of like the parted seas, wasn't it? Everybody just kind of disappeared. Here is Witt with 10 seconds left. Over into the corner it goes. Harris providing some good defense and almost a picked off ball there by Rabashevsky. Now back over here for Wilborn. Kicked it outside to the free throw line. Shot no good, and there's the buzzer, and we will go to the locker rooms with Collinsville holding on to a 1-point lead, 19-18. And we'll take a break and come back and talk things over with one of the Collinsville seniors, Ricky Merlack, and we'll do that here in just a moment after a brief timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design.
Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman, and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say, the usual? So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie-cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
And once again, we welcome you back to East St. Louis High School. Collinsville leading the East St. Louis Flyers by a score of 19-18 after one half of play. And we say a very special hello to senior Lady Kahok basketball player Ricky Merlack. How are you, dear?
Good, how are you?
Fantastic. She was the very first guest that we had last year when we didn't have any sports going on and we had to come up with some creative ideas to keep everybody engaged in the Kahok sports traditions, and you were our very first guest on our very first episode of This Week in Kahok Nation. We ended up doing 10 episodes of that show.
Yep.
So you were the very first guest. Just in case you know, that's a trivia question way down the line if anybody has. Who was the very first guest? Never mind. That's not going to happen. All right, so Ricky Merlack, senior, guard, forward. It says both. What are you?
I play wherever he really needs me, to be honest. I am one of the taller guards, so if I need to play down in the forward position, then that's where I'll go.
Yeah, and this is your second year on varsity?
Yeah.
You spent freshman and sophomore year on JV. Well, probably the freshman team in your freshman year, and then JV your sophomore year.
Yep.
All right, so, and, you know, I've talked to you before, so I know you a little bit. And your disposition and the way you handle yourself, you're not one of those people who would be like, well, I'm a senior. How come juniors and sophomores and freshmen are starting on the basketball court instead of me? You're not like that. So that's a very good testament to you and the character that you have. So talk about, for a minute, being a senior on the team that doesn't necessarily get the starts and all the playing time.
I personally I love to play and I love to be a part of basketball, but being on the bench and celebrating for your team is just as fun. And I've realized I've gotten a lot closer with some of the younger classmen that I don't think I would have gotten closer with. And I support the team really no matter how much playing time or however less I get. It's still always fun to be part of a team.
Yeah, I bet that you didn't envision your only 2 years on varsity being like this, man. You guys got that crap cut short last year and only played 2 months at empty stadiums most of the time. And here we are this year. You're wearing a face mask still as I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
So not exactly how you wanted things to go, huh?
No, not at all. Not exactly what you envisioned for your two, almost 3 of your high school years. So.
Yeah. All right, let's talk a little bit of golf, shall we? You're a four-year varsity player on golf, right?
Yes.
Yeah, nice job there. Made varsity as a freshman, along with Maya Clark and Abby Pfister. You guys have been doing the golf thing together for 4 years. How close are you?
I would actually consider us 3 best friends. Me and Maya have actually considered going to college together, but we are going our separate ways. But we have definitely, even with golf or before golf, we all went to the same elementary school, so we've all grown up together. And I think that golf especially bonded us together because of how good of chemistry we have as a team.
Yeah, that's kind of cool to grow up with all those memories and
Yeah.
keep on doing it all through high school. All right, the future of the golf program. Junior Kyra Van Dyke and Lainey Belandas, sophomore Kylie Bella Bradak. I mean, they're in good company, aren't they?
Yes. We're hoping to get a few more freshmen out this upcoming year just to make sure we can still have somewhat of a JV team and keep the varsity team going. But next year we should be a pretty solid team, especially with Kylie Bella Bradak stepping up and scoring some low scores towards the end of the season.
Yeah. September of 2020, you have the 4th best 18-hole score over the last 4 years. You shot a 64 on the same day that Maya Clark shot a 61.
Yes.
How you're like, man, I shot my best game ever, and then somebody's like, I got you by 3 strokes.
We've always gone back and forth. One day I'll have a good day and she'll have not the best day, and then we'll always switch back and forth. So we've stayed pretty consistent, but yeah.
A couple of weeks earlier before that, you shot a 41 in a 9-hole tournament at Rolling Hills. That's the 3rd best 9-hole score for Collinsville over the last 5 years. So what do you like to play the most, golf or basketball?
Golf is definitely more of a mental sport, so it can be really frustrating. Basketball is more of you can just go out and play whenever you want to. But I'd for sure say that golf was my main sport through high school.
Since it's gotten cold, when's the last time you've been out?
Probably since sectionals.
Yeah, well, really?
Yeah.
That long, huh?
Yeah, I kind of just took a break. We went out and played 9, me and Maya did, but we haven't really gone out since then. But
yeah, see, I like golf better than the basketball because golf's played outdoors in warm weather.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I do like the warm weather a lot better.
I am with you there. All right, what does the future hold for you there, Miss Ricky? What are you doing next after graduation?
I'm going to play in the University of Missouri-Columbia, so Mizzou. I want to major in accounting and hopefully do forensic accounting in the future to kind of have like the law aspect of it, so I'd still be collecting evidence and going to court to present that evidence, but something different than being a lawyer.
Yeah, that's kind of cool though. So
Yeah.
kind of like a CSI type person.
Yeah, in a way.
Yeah, in a way. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when I heard forensic, that's the only thing I thought of.
Yep.
All right. In the future, in school, does that involve any golf or basketball?
No.
No?
I'm sure I'll play golf, like just for fun and
All right.
free time, but not through the school at all.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Ricky Merlack, for visiting us. We appreciate it.
Yep.
Good luck tonight against the Flyers, and good
Thank
luck
you.
in your future.
Thank you.
Thank you. That is Ricky Merlack, one of the 2 seniors on this Collinsville Kahok Lady Kahok basketball team. We're going to talk to the other one on senior night against Alton. That would be Lucy Montgomery. I already gave her the warning, so she's very well aware of that. You're next. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you're next. All right, we're going to take a break, come back, second half action. We'll come your way here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org. Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipStLouis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations, Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
And once again, welcome back to East St. Louis High School. Todd Duke and Chris Kettler are back along with you. We are underway here in quarter number 2. A big thank you to Ricky Merlack for joining us at halftime of the JV game to give us a little interview. Oh, wow, how'd that go in? I don't even know who scored that.
35. She just threw it up.
Okay. Pitts with her 4th point of this game.
She got some laughs out of it.
Yeah. There is a whistle on the play. That'll give us time to go over the stats that we have for the first half. Leading scorer in the first half was Maddie Lurch for Collinsville with 6 points. Reinhardt behind her with 4. 3 points each for Carlisle and Rabashitsky. And speaking of Rabashitsky, there's a big 3-pointer there. And Collinsville back out front now by 2. Speaking of 2, Sanaa Harris had 2 points. Craig Hall had 1 in that first half. 7 points for Ariana Witt in the first half for East St. Louis. 5 points for Wilborn. 3 points for James. 2 for Pitts and 1 for Stringer. Rebound battle. That was won by Collinsville 12-10. Collinsville turned the ball over 13 times. East St. Louis turned it over 12 times. From the lines, this is kind of weird. Collinsville has 7 3-point shots and 7 shots from the free throw line. They made 2 of the 3-pointers and 3 of the free throws. And on the other side, East St. Louis took 6 3-point shots and 6 free throw shots as a travel was called. And of the 6 free throws, East St. Louis hit 1, and of their 6 3-pointers, they hit 3. Turnover for Collinsville, 22-20. Kahawks up by 2. We're underway here in quarter number 3. Into the backcourt. That ball is loose. It's going to be picked up by Carlisle. Carlisle comes up with Harris on the other side. Harris off the glass. Good for 2. Nice lead pass there by Lily Carlisle. Bounced it perfectly to Harris, and Harrison stride off the glass for a nice 2 points. Here is Pitts at the free throw line, into the paint, takes the shot, can't get the roll to fall her way, gets her own rebound, and kicks it back outside. 3-point shot from the top of the key. That's no good. And the rebound again, handled by East St. Louis. They put up another shot, still won't fall in. And a rebound and a foul from behind. I believe that is going to be on Harris, and that'll be her second, as her and Carlisle were behind the player who had the ball and tried to rip it out of her hands, but somebody, well, that somebody would be Harris, got too much skin.
Coach has got to be frustrated by that. Somebody block out. Can't give them 5-6 chances.
You ain't kidding there, man. Can't tell you who's at the free throw line because there's a bunch of hair in the way of the number. I'll figure it out when she moves. First one was a miss. Second one is good.
23.
And that is Michael Jordan. I'm sorry, Ariana Witt. I always think Michael Jordan every time I see the 23. Doesn't matter who's playing. Boys, girls, dogs, cats. Here is Harris at the free throw line for Mode. Over to Reinhardt. Outside for Carlisle for three. Yes! Carlisle with her third three-pointer of this game. And now a steal, and Collinsville will hang on to the ball. Pitts came in and smacked the ball right out of Harris's hands. But Collinsville gets the steal and almost turned it into 2 points, still trying to do so here. 27-21 is our score. Collinsville with the 6-point lead, looking to extend it here. Here's Reinhardt, and a foul against Pitts, and Reinhardt will go to the free throw line. They're going to call that one against Stringer. At the free throw line, Ellie Reinhardt. She is 0 for 1 from the free throw line in this game. She doesn't waste any time, does she? Bounces that ball once and shoots.
Tie it up a little bit better. Take an extra dribble.
Yeah.
Get that in there.
1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Bend at the knees. Breathe. Take your time. Good things happen. She got 1 out of the 2 on that one. Varsity game will be coming your way next. Again, no traditional pregame show because we're going to need to take a break after this game and get ready for the next one. Ball ends up out of bounds. Collinsville will keep it. We will be joined by head coach Colin Moore during the post-game show of the varsity game, however. The original plan was to get here at a normal time and set up for the varsity game and do my interview with Ricky Merlack for the pregame show and then have coach come up for the post-game show, but because we're doing both games, we had to change plans. Ball out of bounds again, stays with Collinsville. Checking into the game is Amaya James. She comes in with 3 fouls, having picked up all 3 in the first half.
Yeah, once again, East St. Louis not allowing any fans. That's why we're doing this JV game, so
that's right.
People can see it. They're the only ones in the conference.
Excuse me.
Not allowing fans. Some are at full capacity, like Collinsville, while some like Edwardsville are at 2 fans.
2 per.
2 fans per player.
Well, there's a nice shot there by James. She now has 5 points. And the Flyers have crawled back to within 5. Here's a pass on the far sideline. That is Rabashevsky. Cuts through the paint, takes the shot, can't get it to go all the way up there, but there's Reinhardt. Kicks it back outside for Harris. Over on the far wing for Carlisle. Carlisle back out front for Mode, inside for Reinhardt, into the corner. Sanaa Harris for 3. Just a little bit too strong. Tips over the far side of the rim and comes down for East St. Louis. They fling the ball all the way down the court, and then they throw it away. Yeah, I didn't even think about it until I got a message yesterday from Carrie Carlisle, Willie's mom, asking me if I was going to do the JV game since they weren't allowing fans. I'm like, oh, didn't even dawn on me to do that. So she got the ball rolling, and here we are. Here is Mode inbounding to Rabashevsky. Emma brings the ball up across the Flyers logo. Big biplane, orange in color on the middle of the floor here. And here is Carlisle. Carlisle in front of her own bench. Reverses direction, gives it up to Rabashevsky. Rabashevsky skirts her way across the top of the key and now breaks inside from the left of the perimeter and into the left corner. One hand pass to Mode. Mode dribbles into the perimeter and underhands the ball to Carlisle. Carlisle back to Harris. Outside, Rabashevsky for 3. That one swoops right out. Rebound belongs to East St. Louis. Flyers bring the ball back down court. 3:45 left to play here in this third quarter. 28-23 in favor of Collinsville. Here is Witt. Witt drives, takes a shot off the glass, rolls across the rim, won't go. Carson Mode is there with the rebound for Collinsville, and then the ball gets knocked out of her hands, out of Rabashitsky's hands after the pass, and Collinsville will get to keep it. Inbound comes into Mode, and back to Rabashitsky it goes. 3:25 left to play here in this third quarter. Collinsville up by 5, 28-23, and a handoff to Mode. Mode into the corner now for Carlisle. 3 from the corner, and that one just missed everything and comes right down into the hands of Rabashitsky, and she'll skirt baseline all the way under the basket, gives it back to Carlisle. Carlisle breaks from in front of her bench. Top of the key, Carson Mode for 3. That one rolls around the rim as well, and there is Pitts with the rebound, and she's fouled as she tries to head up court, and this one is going to belong to Carson Mode, her first.
A little frustration there after missing the shot. Swipes across the east side player. So Flyers with the ball.
Inbound pass comes in to Witt. Back over this way now for James. Onto the wing for, now with Pitt with it. Baseline, kicks it back out front, and a three-point shot from the wing. Won't fall in, and the rebound belongs to East St. Louis once again. And this time the rebound belongs to Collinsville. Here is Carlisle. Lilly into the perimeter. Back out over on the right wing. Bounce pass to Mode, but she couldn't quite reach it, and they will headman it all the way down and underneath the basket off the glass. That's a 2-point basket there for Witt. And now a 3-point game for the Kahawks, 28-25. Here is Carlisle over to Rabashitsky for 3 from the corner, and that one's in. Rabashitsky finally hits a 3-point bucket. She's tried enough of them tonight and finally lands one. And that extends the lead back out to 6, 31-25, 2:10 left to play. There's a turnover, ball on the ground. Timeout called by Coach Blair as he saw that Carlisle clamped onto the ball and needed a timeout to secure that possession. So a timeout on the floor. We'll have a timeout as well. And we're back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Todd Duke, Chris Kettler back with you from East St. Louis High School. 2:07 left to play here in this third quarter. Collinsville leads 31-25, and the Kahawks with the ball on the wing. A pass to Lurch and over to Harris. Harris almost lost the ball, takes it into the perimeter and travels. Tried to stop, but just couldn't do it.
Gonna drive in with a little more purpose. Don't just go in and say, what can I do now?
Yeah.
Ends up turning around and traveling.
Here is Witt. Now we have a whistle, and we're going to have a foul handed out to Collinsville. I believe it's going to go against Lurch.
Hard to see his signals from behind, right?
Yeah, it is. It is against Lurch. Maddie will pick up her first. And a three-point shot that misses the mark, and the rebound belongs to Collinsville. They bring it back down. Here is Harris. Dumps it off to Carlisle for another 3 from the wing. That one hits the inside of the rim, comes right back out. East St. Louis is there with the rebound, and they bring it back up court. There's a foul and a shot. Count the bucket and the bruise. Maya James will pick up point number 9, and she'll go to the free throw line looking for point number 10.
I think she would have liked to have drove in more, but with Carlisle on top of her, she just says, I'm going to throw up this shot and see what happens, and it worked out for her. Draws the foul and gets the bucket.
Lily Carlisle gets her first foul. Here is James, and her free throw shot is good. And we're back to a 3-point game. 90 seconds to play here in quarter number 3. Into the corner it goes for Lurch. Lurch bounces it to the free throw line. Reinhardt outside now for Harris. A dribble drive by Harris. She's fouled. And Sanaa Harris will go to the free throw line. Harris's first trip to the free throw line here in the JV game. On the varsity side, she's 2 for 4 on the year from the charity stripe. And that one kind of looked flat when it hit that glass, man. It hits that glass where the glass meets the fat part of that rim and just kind of stuck there for a second.
Had some threes that have hit that glass and banked in, but that free throw didn't do nothing.
Peyton Plummer checks in. Also, Dee Dee Spears. That's who our Phantom number 32 was. I was told she was 33, so that's why it threw me off. And Harris misses both free throws, and the rebound after a battle belongs to East St. Louis. They tried to turn it back over and almost did it.
Spears did a good job stepping up there, getting the ball, but tried to do a little too much.
Inbound pass comes into Pitts. She gets the ball up across the line now for Witt. And Witt over in front of her bench, and a three-point shot by Wilborn travels all the way across the rim. Collinsville gets the rebound, and here is Lurch. Lurch brings the ball up across the timeline. We're down to 50 seconds left to play. Into the corner it goes for Plummer. Back out front now for Lurch. Lurch, top of the key, into the perimeter, lost control of the ball, but that was only for a split second. Wilborn got one dribble on that ball before it was picked back off by Peyton Plummer. Now inside now for Spears. Spears will hand the ball off to Lurch. Lurch from the corner, drives across the paint, kicks it out for Sanaa Harris for three, and that one's off the rim and the glass. Couldn't get it to fall, and the rebound is on the ground, and a jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of Collinsville, so the Kahawks dodge a bullet there. 3-point game, 21.4 seconds to play in the third quarter. Spears will inbound underneath of her own basket. Do so into the corner for Lurch. Lurch dribbles out of the corner and crossed her bench. And then heads right back to where she came from. That ball is knocked out of her hands, and it's going to stay with Collinsville.
Oh, get a good
or
look
is it?
Get a good look here, but get the last shot.
These referees don't point very much when they blow a whistle when the ball goes out of bounds, do they?
They must just say it audibly, and then from up here, we're not seeing it.
Yeah, there's a ball that's almost picked off there by East St. Louis and knocked out of bounds. I don't have a number 10 on my JV roster either. I do have one on the varsity roster. That would be Mosley. Ball on the ground and a whistle jump ball, this time possession arrow in favor of East St. Louis, and they'll have 6.7 seconds to bring the ball up court, see if they can score some points.
That's a senior, Mosley.
Yeah, so she wouldn't be on the JV team. I don't think that's allowed.
Nope.
Cross the midcourt stripe for Witt, and nothing doing on the shot. No basket at the end of 3 quarters of play, 31-28 in favor of Collinsville, and we're back with fourth quarter action in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahawk alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
Back here at East St. Louis, shot no good. Rebound belongs to East St. Louis. We're underway here in the fourth quarter. Collinsville leads by 3 points. There's a wild shot taken there. We're going to have a whistle as another foul is going to be handed out here against Collinsville, and it's going to send Asia Stringer to the free throw line, and that one is on Emma Rabashitsky. That'll be her first. To the free throw line, Stringer. She is 1 of 4 from the free throw line here in this game so far.
First one, Rabachitsky, but she's like, me? How did I
Me?
foul her?
Another miss there by Stringer. And she's about ready to take her 6th free throw shot in this game, and she's only made 1 so far. Next one on the way, and that one's good. So 2 for 6 for Stringer. Collinsville still clinging to a 1-point lead. 31-29. Here's Mode, who almost got the ball stripped out of her hands. Now it is, and that's a bad time for a turnover when you're down or you're up by 2 and now you're not. That is a bucket by Stringer, her first field goal here in this game. So we're tied, 31-31, 7:20 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Rabashitsky hands the ball off to Mode. Mode into the paint, takes the shot, but it's partially blocked. And a nice job by Reinhardt to stay with that ball and keep it in possession of Collinsville. Here is Harris, and Harris is fouled from behind, and that's going to be the second foul against Kamaya Pitts. To the free throw line, Sanaa Harris. She was just there a little while ago. As the varsity Lady Flyers just walked in the door. That one's no good for Harris. Jay Ortiz comes in for Carson Mode. Here is Harris. One more shot from the free throw line, and that one's no good as well. Rebound belongs to East St. Louis. So Flyers have only led once in this game. It was just briefly. And now they're looking for their second lead. And we're getting kind of late here with just under 7 minutes to go. In the corner, Wilborn for 3. That one's short. And the ball knocked out of bounds, and it's going to belong to Collinsville. 15th turnover in this game for East St. Louis. Collinsville has 16, so we're up to 31 turnovers in this game. As Ariana Witt checks back into the game. Also coming back in is Amaya James. Inbound pass will come in from Harris to Rabashitsky. I hear there was a little bit of progress made in the Major League Baseball talks. That's nice to hear, as we're about, 3 weeks away from when catchers and pitchers are supposed to report?
Yeah, when will they be reporting? Towards the end of February?
Yeah, usually about the 3rd week of February.
So hopefully there's some hope to at least get spring training started at some point and not have to bring the wrecking ball to some of the regular season schedule.
I laugh every time I see a commercial for spring training tickets or season tickets. I'm like, I wouldn't buy anything right now, not knowing if there's going to be a season or not. That's just me. There's a steal. Collinsville gets the ball right back after they just turned it over, and now they're trying to turn it over again, are the Kahawks, and we're going to have a foul called, I believe, and this one is going to go against Ortiz, and that'll be her first, the 5'10" sophomore, and that is the 6th team foul, make that the 7th team foul. Well, that's they have up on the board, but they're inbound. That's when the score table is buzzing because it's a 1-and-1 situation now.
Yep, 7th-team foul will send them to the line. Took the table and the referees a minute to get together on that.
Back to the free throw line is Asia Stringer, where she has struggled a little bit from the line, 2 of 6. 31-31, a chance for her to break the tie, but no good on the 1-and-1 effort, and the rebound belongs to Collinsville. Here is Rabashitsky, bounces it, and Lily Carlisle had her foot already stepped out of bounds when she got a hold of the ball, so another turnover by Collinsville here.
Yeah, her momentum up the court took her out of bounds, and ball went to her, she touched it, and she was not established in bounds just yet.
Nope, had that heel.
Now, what's this?
I don't know.
35 was messing with her shoe or something. They stopped the play.
Okay.
As the ball made it up here in the front court.
Don't normally see that. Once the play starts, man, you got a problem with your shoe, you're going to tie it up quick. We don't stop the clock. Here on the wing, and now out to the top of the key, it goes for Stringer, and that ball is out of bounds, and another turnover by East St. Louis. That is their 17th Craig Hall and Carson Mode check back into the game. Ortiz and Harris to the bench for the Kahawks. 5:53 left to play here in this fourth quarter. 31-31 is our score. We've been stuck at 31-31 for a while now, haven't we?
A few missed shots. East St. Louis missed some free throws.
Here is Mode. And a shot no good, but another whistle. And a chance for Carson Mode at the free throw line to break this tie. 5th team foul for East St. Louis, and this one is handed out to Asia Stringer, her 3rd. Carson Mode at the free throw line, looking for her first points in this game. There you go. That breaks the tie. Whoop, wrong side, Todd. Wrong side. Put the score on the wrong side. Did that a couple of times. And Mode can't connect on the second one. Rebound into the hands of the Flyerettes is what they call them, but I just call them the Flyers. It's, you know, the female version of a Flyer is a Flyerette.
And like the other day, the Highland tournament, varsity played Nashville, and they're the Hornets.
Yeah, I guess there's 2 T's on the end of that one instead of just a Hornet. The Hornets, the boys, and there's a rebound.
Hornets.
No good. Put back up by Pitts. So she'll take it back over in front of her bench, and East St. Louis will reset their offense. Here is Ariana Witt. Witt standing on the wing of the biplane. At midcourt, into the corner, 3-point shot. That one's just a little bit off the mark, and the rebound is going to be a foul or a jump ball. Well, it's going to be a foul.
Be a foul, be 1-1.
This one is going to go against Carson Mode. That'll be her 2nd.
Flyers and Flyerettes, Hornets and Hornets. Not all that original.
Hornerettes. Hornetettes.
My favorite is Joliet Catholic. They're both totally different. The Hilltoppers and the Angels.
Okay, that's something different.
That's fun.
Here is Pitts, her first time at the free throw line, and she'll hit the front end of a 1-1, and once again, we're tied.
Sacred Heart Griffin, Springfield used to have, well, they're the Cyclones now on both genders, but for the female, they used to have the Blazers.
The Blazers and the Cyclones. Timeout on the floor after Kamaya Pitts gives East St. Louis a 1-point lead, so we will take a timeout as well, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahawk Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010.
Back at East St. Louis, Todd Duke and Chris Kettler along with you.
Oh, yeah, Zach pointed out the obvious one,
yeah,
the
I know.
Orphans and the Annies.
I was thinking of that, too, and I just happened to look down at the phone and see Roseman chimed in. Yeah, I got the Orphans and the Annies, but that makes sense, though. Annies and Orphans, I guess, I don't know. Makes sense to me.
Orphan Annie, yeah.
Orphan Annie, yeah.
That's the obvious one,
Yeah.
yes.
5 minutes left to play here in this fourth quarter. Collinsville trails by 1. Here is Rabashitsky out to Mode, and Mode over on to the far side for Lily Carlisle. Carlisle enters the perimeter and almost had the ball knocked away from her. Kahawks have a hard time holding on to the rock, don't they?
Both teams have.
Yeah, that's true. Here is Rabashitsky.
Just look for some crisp passes, just move the ball around.
Here is Lily Carlisle. She found an opening and went in, but she was blocked out and a foul was called, and this one is going to go against Witt. That'll be her first. Team 6th, but it was a shooting foul, so Carlisle to the line shooting 2. Lily is 0 for 2 from the free throw line tonight. First one, good. We're tied once again. One more coming up for Lily Carlisle. And that one.
In and out.
Yep, sure did. Went in and then rattled around the rim and then popped back out. It's amazing to me how that happens sometimes. We're tied at 33. Here are the Flyers. That was almost a clamped-on ball for a jump ball, but instead they get the ball out to Pitts, and Pitts scores 2 points to give her team back a 2-point lead. Why is that? Okay, I was going to say, looked up there for a minute and said 36. 3-point shot from the corner. Emma Rabashitsky, her second three-pointer here in the second half. Collinsville back out front by 1. 36-35. We have another half of this quarter to play. 4 minutes down, 4 minutes to go. 3-point shot from this wing, no good. And the rebound belongs to Collinsville. Kahawks work it back up. Here is Carlisle. Carlisle on her knees, and she almost ran right into Stringer and pulled up and stopped and buckled. Here is Reinhardt with a shot. No good. Gets her own rebound. Tries to put it back up. No room to move, and there is a jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of East St. Louis, so unfortunately for Collinsville, that'll turn into their 14th turnover.
It's unfortunate for the Kahawks that they weren't able to score. You had Pitts back here, of the Flyrettes, back here working on her shoe while the Kahawks were running offense. She never even got down in there. The Kahawks had basically 5-on-4.
Coach is probably like, we're going to glue your shoelaces so they can't come undone. Into the corner it goes for Wilborn. Back out front to the top now for James. Over here on this wing, and that's Stringer who gets double teamed. Gets out of it. Baseline shot from about 10 feet out, no good. And the rebound is going to belong to Collinsville after a foul was called as Craig Hall went up for the rebound. And then going up right behind her was Tyrell Wilborn, and Wilborn was all over her back and made body contact. Wilborn, her first. It is the team's 7th, so from here on out we're shooting free throws. And right now it begins with Craig Hall. Hall is 1 for 2 from the free throw line here in this one. First shot is no good. Only shot she's going to get. Rebound belongs to East St. Louis. So Collinsville couldn't add on to that 1-point lead. Here are the Flyers. We're looking for a little offense, and a 3-point shot by Pitts, no good. And the rebound belongs to East St. Louis. Another 3-point shot from the far wing, no good. This time, or I guess it was good, sorry.
It did go in.
It did go in.
It went way up off the rim, real high, and came back down and in.
I was already looking down, writing stuff on my scoreboard. 38-36 now in favor of East St. Louis, and we have 2:40 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Bounce pass into the corner. Rabashitsky for 3. That one's good. Emma with back-to-back three-pointers, her third three-pointer here in the second half.
That far corner 3 has been falling for her.
1-point lead back to Collinsville. East St. Louis. That one was almost a travel there as James slid across the floor trying to stop. Instead, she hands it off to Stringer. Stringer with an underhand shot. That's good for 2. And back to a 1-point lead now for East St. Louis. 40-39. And up the rim it goes, and almost out of bounds it went. And Rabashitsky decided not to catch the ball because she was out of bounds, and East St. Louis takes care of it, but they turned the ball back over, or off of a rebound anyway. Collinsville turned the ball over. And the Kahawks bring it up, trailing by 1. Here is Carlisle into the corner. Rabashitsky, different corner. And she is fouled in the three-point land, and she's going to go up to the line for 3 shots.
Worked out for her. She never really had herself too set for the 3, but the defender comes flying in, didn't want her to get the clean shot off, and Rabashitsky will go to the line.
Kamaya Pitts picks up her 4th foul, and Rabashitsky at the free throw line. She was 1 of 2 in the first half. Her first trip to the charity stripe here in this half. Emma, first one on the way, good. We're tied. Two more shots coming for Rabashitsky. And that one's no good. So now Harris comes back in. And Rabashitsky at the line. One more shot coming her way. Good on 2 of the 3, and Collinsville is back out by 1. 41-40. 1:45 left to play here in this fourth quarter. James gets the ball back over to Stringer. And now back over this way, a big pass from the other side of the court for Witt. Into the corner it goes. Wilborn for 3. That one bounces off the rim and out of bounds it goes, off of a Kahok player, they say. So the Flyers will get to keep the ball. Inbound pass all the way back to near midcourt. A dribble drive by Witt. Shot high off the glass. Won't fall in. Ball being volleyed for, and it comes down to East St. Louis's favor in front of their own bench. Back out to midcourt it goes one more time for Witt. Bounce pass over on the wing for James. James into the corner now. Gets it to Stringer. Stringer being watched by Mode, and then she'll throw one out front. 3-point shot. That one spins and hits the bottom of the net and ends up going out of bounds. It'll be a turnover by East St. Louis. Collinsville will get the ball back with 1:06 left to play, and the Kahawks lead by 1. Here is Rabashevsky. Emma across the midcourt stripe.
Need a good possession here. Take care of the ball and get to the line. Take some time off the clock as much as they'll allow you to, and take the foul when it comes to it. Take care of the ball. Just don't turn it over.
And a foul by James. That'll be her 4th. She picked up 3 in the first half, so nice job by her not picking up that 4th foul until there's 48 seconds left. They're saying it's 5, yeah. I must have missed one along the way. So that is it for James. She's fouled out.
So if you're East St. Louis, you would like to have seen someone else step up and get that foul. Could have probably let more time go off the clock too, but work out for the Kahawks here if they can sink these free throws.
Anisha Hayden checks in for James at the free throw line again is Rabashevsky. She just hit 2 of 3 from there and can't connect on the first one, and the rebound belongs to East St. Louis. 40 seconds left to go here in this fourth quarter. Collinsville with a 1-point lead and a timeout called by East St. Louis. We will take a timeout right along with them, and we will be back here in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and that care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
In Collinsville, call Scott Allen at 618-346-1500.
Having problems keeping your ride on the road? Roadman Automotive in Collinsville can help you keep your ride rolling. Roadman Automotive offers everything from diagnostic tests when that check engine light comes on to tune-ups, alignments, brake and suspension work, and more. Oil changes at Roadman Automotive start at just $35. Roadman Automotive is open from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday and is located at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check out the Roadman Automotive Facebook page for daily specials. Call Roadman Automotive at 618-223-1878, online at roadmanautomotivecollinsville.com. Roadman Automotive. Keep your ride on the road with Roadman Automotive.
3-point shot, top of the key for East St. Louis, no good. Collinsville gets the rebound, and a timeout called by Coach Blair with 23.3 seconds left. We'll go ahead and keep it here for this one as we're getting close to the wire here. Collinsville clinging to a 1-point lead, and they will have the ball when we come back from this said timeout. So the Kahawks looking to win number 9 on the year on the JV side.
Good use of the timeout. Player down there about to get trapped. You got plenty of timeouts to use. Missed the 1-and-1 on the last possession. They could have extended the lead. Let's just try to take care of the ball and get to the line again.
Just 23 seconds left, and fourth quarter action. Collinsville up by 1, 41-40. The East St. Louis team, one more foul, and they'll be up to 10. And that'll be 2 shots. So
we're at 2.
Yeah.
Good.
So if they foul right off the bat on the inbound, then whoever they foul will go to the line for 2. Collinsville, they're at 8 fouls, so they have 2 to give before the Flyers will go to the line for 2. Collinsville will have the ball, and they will inbound underneath of the East St. Louis basket. And right off the bench, I thought that looked like all the Flyers were going down to the backcourt. I was going to say they're not going to supply any backcourt pressure here, but that they are. Here is Harris on the inbound. Gets it to Rabashevsky. Back over to Harris. Harris brings the ball up court. We're down to 15 seconds left, and she's tagged from behind. They're either going to get number 22 or 23 for this. Both of them were there.
22.
So that was Asia Stringer, and that'll be her fourth.
Preferred for it to be 23. If you're East St. Louis, that would have only been her second.
Yeah. Here is Harris at the free throw line. She is 0 for 3 from the line, and now she's not. That one helps. And if she makes one more, that'll force East St. Louis to have to make a three-pointer on the other end. 42-40. Sanaa Harris ready to go. And that one's good as well. That's a big basket.
Still plenty of time left for East St. Louis. You could work in for a 2 and get the timeout and stop the clock. See how they play it here. Or they could go for the 3.
15.8 seconds to go. And East St. Louis brings the ball in. Here is Asia Stringer. Stringer across the timeline, gets it into the hands of Witt. Back to Stringer over here for Wilborn. Wilborn's had a couple of three-pointers. Back to the top of the key. Far side, three-point shot. That spins and it's good. Ariana Witt ties this game up at 43 right before the buzzer. And looks like we're going to go to overtime.
I don't believe anybody got Collinsville or Eastside got a timeout after that. Yep, we're going overtime.
We are going to OT, and we'll be back to tell you all about OT in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network. Calling all sports fans. Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Caseyville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahawk sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs that you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers, sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest brew in town. And don't forget to try your luck at the Lucky Fox Gaming Room. Dine in and catch a game, or order carryout with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-855-9500. Back here at East St. Louis, JV game is not over. We are going to overtime. 43-43 is our score. I'm Todd Duke. Chris Kettler is on the other microphone. Glad that you're with us here. It's East St. Louis not allowing spectators, so we're bringing you the JV game and the varsity game, and it looks like we're going to be a little long before we get to the varsity game, as that tip-off was tipped all the way out of bounds.
Yep, East St. Louis player that did the tip-off just knocked it straight out of bounds. Kahawks will get the ball and to start this, and so East St. Louis is 0.
All right, here is Reinhardt. Makes a move off the glass. Good for 2.
That's it. It's over, right? In the NFL?
Yeah, score. Whoever scores first, it's over, yeah. I can't stand that rule. All right, Flyers trail by 2 here in overtime. Sure, now my camera's going to mess up on me, right? How long's it been doing that? I have no idea.
Losing connection or anything?
No, it's just the camera's glitching, so I got to go out here and do this thing again, and the FPS match the output, and your screen's going to freeze here for just a moment, and then when it comes back on, we should be good. Carlisle makes her move. There we go. And off the glass, high for Reinhardt, no good. Rebound belongs to East St. Louis. Flyers bring it back down, and a whistle on the play will stop the action with 3:17 left to go here in overtime. I don't know why it does that. I go back and forth switching the FPS from one thing to the other when it starts freezing up like that. So Collinsville is up by 2. And now 1. Third foul for Reinhardt. Collinsville's 9th team foul. So from now on, everybody's shooting 2. And speaking of 2, Ariana Witt just made both of hers, and now we're tied once again. 45-45. Here is Rabashevsky. Emma over into the far side corner. Sanaa Harris wide open for three. She overshot it, and that ball ends up going out of bounds, and is going to stay with Collinsville?
It should.
Okay.
Rolled off of Pitts' hand. She had the extended hand.
There is Harris, cuts across the paint. Slides while she was doing so. Reinhardt too hard off the glass. That ball is out of bounds, knocked that way by East St. Louis and Wilborn. So Collinsville once again will inbound underneath of their own basket. 2:59 left to play here in overtime. Out front it comes to Harris. Harris back into the corner for Rabashevsky. She goes baseline, takes a little floater, and after a couple of bounces off the rim, Rabashevsky good. And she now has 19 points in this game, does Emma. Collinsville back up by 2. And East St. Louis with the ball. Into the paint, it's Pitts. Shot no good. Rebound belongs to Reinhardt. Reinhardt hands the ball off to Carson Mode, who finds a way to get the ball around Pitts. And now Collinsville brings it up, and Reinhardt off the glass, good for 2 more. And Collinsville now back out front by 4. 49-45, 2:22 left to play here in overtime. On the far side wing, that's Witt. Back over here to the near side for Stringer. Witt for 3 from the wing. That one's a little too strong. And the rebound belongs to Reinhardt. And its foul belongs to East St. Louis. This one looks like it's going to go against Witt.
Going all the Kahok's way so far in this overtime, first half of it.
Well, they're going to call that one against Hayden. That'll be her second.
Needs to get this up by 6.
Reinhardt is 1 for 3 from the free throw line. And she's up there shooting 2. First one, good. Kahok's up by 5. Reinhardt trying to make it 6. And she does. Sure could have used all this about 2 minutes ago, huh? 51-45. East St. Louis with the ball. At the line, it's Pitts. Pitts on the ground and throws the ball on the ground, and it bounces over to a teammate. Now back over here to this wing for Stringer. On to the other side for Witt. At the free throw line, Witt takes a shot. One bounce, no good. Pitts is fouled on the way up after the rebound. And Kamaya Pitts will head to the free throw line. She is 2 for 2 from the line tonight. That's the 10th team foul by Collinsville, so everybody shooting 2 for the rest of this OT, which we have 1 minute and 49 seconds left in it. Pitts, first shot, no good. One more shot for Kamaya Pitts, 5'10 sophomore. She hits that one and gets her team back to within 5. 51-46. We have 1:40 left to play here in this overtime. Here is Rabashevsky, and Rabashevsky is held on to by Ariana Witt, and Witt will pick up her second foul. Rabashevsky to the free throw line. Emma is 3 of 6 from the charity stripe here in this game. Good.
Brings her up to 20 points.
20. Big 20-point plateau. Ariana Witt has 17. She's close as well. And now Rabashevsky with 21. We have 95 seconds left to play here in this overtime. Pass back over to Witt. Witt on the left wing, dribbles her way inside the perimeter, kicks it back out. Wilborn for 3 from the wing. That one's a little short, and the rebound is on the ground and picked up by East St. Louis. Here's a 3-point shot by Pitts. That one doesn't hit the mark. Another rebound by East St. Louis. They put it back up, no good. Rebound this time belongs to Collinsville. Here's Sanaa Harris, a wide open Rabashevsky off the glass, count it for 2. Emma Rabashevsky now with 23 points in this contest.
Great game for her here tonight.
Flyers back at it, trying to dent this lead with under a minute to go, and the rebound put back up by Pitts, and that draws a whistle, and once again, Kamaya Pitts will head to the free throw line.
It's been all Kahok here in this overtime.
Foul belongs to Ellie Reinhardt. That's her 4th. And Pitts misses the front end. Looks like the Blues and the Flames are tied up at 1 apiece. Once again, Blues got the first goal. They got the first goal in Monday night's game, and then Calgary ripped off 7 straight. So let's hope that's not the case tonight as the Blues take a 1-0 lead and then Calgary ties it up. Brandon Saad with the goal for the Blues. There's a point made by Pitts. 55-47, 53.6 seconds left to play. Here in this overtime. Here is Rabashevsky. Over to Mode. Mode slows things down, waits for someone to approach her, gives to Rabashevsky. Underneath the basket she goes. And now Carlisle back out front for Harris. Harris. Over to the front of her bench, yeah. Here's Carlisle. Back over to Mode. Mode into the corner now for Rabashevsky. 25 seconds left. And Mode out front. Now a push from behind. And Asia Stringer is going to foul out of this game to join her teammate Amaya James on the bench. 22.1 seconds left to play. 7:31. We were supposed to be tipping off the varsity game at 7:30. We're going to be late. Keep dinner warm for us. Popcorn. Clay Smith says popcorn. Couldn't eat popcorn while I'm doing play-by-play. That's just dryness right there. Dry, dry, dry.
If it's popcorn, it's his fault. He's the only one that brought in popcorn.
I know. He went to Rural King to get it, too. They have the best popcorn.
He said that this afternoon at school he was going to get popcorn from there.
Carson Mode makes the first of the free throws. She was 1 for 2 earlier. That's her only points. And there is point number 3. All from the free throw line for Carson Mode. And Collinsville has a 10-point lead with 20 seconds left. Pretty safe to assume that the Cahoks are going to win this game.
Yeah, going to win by possibly here by double digits and in overtime.
Yeah. Here is Wilborn. Wilborn cuts through a crowd, somehow manages to still hold on to the ball. 5 seconds left. She tries to thread one underneath. Harris ends up finding the loose ball and will throw it out to the Cahoks, and Collinsville will win this one by a final score of 57-47. It took overtime to do it, but the JV Lady Cahoks improved to 9-7, and that is going to do it for us for this game. We're going to take a break, catch our breath, get something to drink, visit the facilities, and we'll be back to bring you the varsity game here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.